What's going on, folks? You already know what time it is. It is the Benediction post-game show with the historian and the magnificent Birdcage crew. But before we get to that, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button for us. But we definitely are putting the link out there for you guys because we want you to get in here because today we're not even gonna do the benediction. I got something special for y'all today. So y'all stay tuned, man. We got something lined up for you guys. Let's go.
Okay, y'all, this is it.
What's going on? What's going on, good people? Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Benediction. My name is Ryan Walker, better known as a historian, but y'all might as well call me the because I'm getting ready to deliver a little sermon to you today. So, as a jackleg preacher, when you have a funeral or you have a firing or somebody getting ready to burn their contract up, we do in the black neighborhoods, ladies and gentlemen, we got fish fries for funerals, we got fish fries for everything. But today we got a firing party that we gonna call it, and we gonna call this the Arthur Smith firing party. So I'm gonna take myself off the screen for a sec so you guys can see the artwork that I've conjured up for this. So give me a sec. I'm gonna pull myself off the screen for you guys. And right now, it's time to crank up that heat and it's time to crank up that fish grease on them today. But while I'm sitting here getting ready to turn up the temperature or whatnot, I got to go ahead and bring in the other deacons of the congregation of the benediction today. We got the deacon we call K Dub into the building, and then we also got Graybeard that's coming in here today. What's going on, gentlemen?
How you doing? Good afternoon and good evening, the Birdcage family, subscribers and listeners out there. Coming into a somber mood, taking that L today, but like the good historian said, and I'm going to piggyback on it. We this week we're trying to figure out, are we firing this week or we waiting to the end of the season? Because now that you've lost the division lead, now that the Saints lead this division, where do you go from here? You've dropped below 500. You've changed quarterbacks. I'm just speaking up for the city. I'm thinking we're tired of it, and we're tired of the boring and vanilla and plaster wall offense you got going on here, man. It's like I almost dozed off like 2 or 3 times during the dang game because we suck on offense. I mean, the defense playing great, and then they got to be on the field so long that we can't seem to get a break on defense. We put us in bad situational football when these guys are trying to play great defense, but the offense keeps shooting themselves in the foot with turnovers. It doesn't matter who you put in the game, Heineke or Ritter. So it's like at this point, where are we going from here? Do we fire this guy now, try to bring another voice in to rejuvenate this squad, or what else? What other options do we have? Because we need to go have a serious talk right now, because it doesn't look like we're trying to win this division, even though it was this like 2 weeks ago, like we did want to try to win this division. So we're so helter-skelter. We had a chance to win these games that we've been losing, and we can't keep shooting ourselves in the foot. The defense did all right, but when you're on the field that much as they were on the field today, and in the worst field positions out there, I don't know what to tell you. The offense should have garnered more points, but they turned the ball over when they did. Well, it was not a good thing. But the defense, we still are lacking in certain areas of the defense. I don't know.
I apologize about that. We might have had some slight technical difficulties. But shoot, with the way this season been going, we've been having it all the way around. Hey Glenn, we can't see you, bro. We'll bring old Graybeard back. I see Coach Cam is in the chat. We're gonna bring him back up in this thing. Coach Cam, what's up, man?
You got to turn your mic on, Coach Cam.
You gotta turn your mic on.
I'm sorry, I had it on mute. My language is not gonna be pleasant today. I'm just letting y'all know that right now. Whatever I gotta put into the sweat jar, I'll pay it. But
no F-bomb.
oh no.
No.
The most of them probably say is ass. But Arthur Smith ass gotta go. Plain and simple. Everyone's been talking about how bad Ritter's played the last couple of weeks. Granted, he's had some terrible turnovers. But when play calling is this bad and your highest offensive output in one quarter is 11 points, it ain't quarterback play. It ain't the receivers. It ain't the O-line. It's play calling. And I'm pretty sure y'all haven't talked about Kurt Warner and all that yet, but it's bound to come up because you had a two-time MVP of this league, a Super Bowl champion, who called out the play calling, and he got defensive, and you saw the play calling today. He got stubborn, and he called the play that he felt was going to win. And in the long run, we left 21 points on the field because of terrible play calling, terrible schemes. And we're 9 games now. We're 9 games into the season. We're 4-5, and we still don't have an identity for this offense. Because our head coach don't have an identity.
Hell, our head coach ain't got a darn backbone, man. Let's just call that for what it is, man. Kurt Warner called him out on it. You're talking about a Hall of Fame quarterback, as you said, who's been to 3 Super Bowls. You know what I'm saying? And literally put his team in position to win all 3. His defense failed him in 2 of them. So when you talk about a guy who led one of the most prolific offenses in NFL history with the greatest show on turf, with all those weapons that they had, you talking about a guy who knows offense a little. Maybe he might know a little something about offense. But we got Bree into the cage. What's going on, Bree? Welcome to the Benediction, aka the fish fry, as we call it, Arthur Smith's firing party. What you got today?
You talking to me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, I'm glad these delusional fans have finally get to see that it's not Desmond Ritter, and I've been saying it from the jump. I've been saying it since he's been hired, and I stick by what I say. The only reason why the Falcons hired him as a head coach was because it was a business move with FedEx. He has no experience, and now everybody gets to see what I've been trying to say. So I already knew we were going to lose. I just didn't know in what fashion. And I already knew when the third screen quarterback came in, especially on third down, it was kind of like, in my eyes, the same type of play where 3, 4 people cannot tackle him. I already knew he was gonna lose. I just didn't know in what aspect. Now, it probably would have been different if the backup quarterback stayed in. But I honestly feel like, in reference to the defense, their whole dynamics changed after that big collision.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of got shooken up and they started playing conservative. I think that was their downfall today. I think had that play not happened, we definitely would have been better on defense, especially on third down, and we would have won the game. But now, I honestly say that this is the best time to fire Smith. You have one more week. We play the Cardinals next week with a backup quarterback, and then we have a bye week, and then we play New Orleans on my birthday. So this is the time. If we gonna fire him, now will be the time to do it now, and
I
not
ain't
wait
putting no.
until before the bye or before a divisional game. This will be the week, especially with a backup, because Kyler Murray is still not playing.
Well, here's the thing. I'm not putting it on the defense. They was on the field too long because that offense couldn't sustain the drive. Defense kept us in that game. They caused turnovers, and when you get tired, you make mistakes. You know they won't too long, and that screwed them up. Because even though, yeah, we're playing against Josh Dobbs, but those who know about Josh Dobbs, us Bulldog fans know about him real well. He's had moments at the end of games where he's literally touched people. When he was at Tennessee, he became a journeyman quarterback because of the fact of he didn't get that fair shot in Pittsburgh and the other places that he was at. Now that Kirk Cousins is down, this guy was only in that system less than a week, and this man is already he sliced us for over 150 yards. And Jordan Addison touched AJ Terrell today. And Richie Grant, made a couple of plays. I got to give him his credit, but he was getting killed by TJ Hawkinson today. So, I can't put that on him because that D line got tired. They got tired because they were on the field too long. Our offensive line, they did their thing today. A couple of penalties killed us, but we shot ourselves in the foot today. Period. Offensively, when you're on the 1 yard line, you gotta punch it in. You get cute with running an end out here in the backfield, an end around to John Smith.
Who runs the jet sweep with a tight end on a one?
Agreed.
Ooh.
Now we got Nathan that said, yeah, fatigue makes cowards of us all. We agree with that, Nate, but you also played the game at the collegiate level, but you also understand when your defense is on the field for too long, they get tired. Period. You got to chase guys down. You got to literally run into them, bring up, not just chase them. Sometimes you got to hit them head on in the hole, and sometimes you don't have that juice, which we saw. That defense got worn down. The defense has carried this team since the kick. They have carried this team. And offensively, Dave Ragone got to go and Arthur Smith's got to go. It's either you give him an alternative. You bring in a competent offensive coordinator or you got to go. But before we keep chiming in and I keep running my mouth because all of us are pissed right now, we got the line open for everybody to come in, man. So y'all can talk about this. This is pretty much the Benediction / fish fry party for Arthur Smith being fired. We're starting that campaign right now.
We definitely are, but when you come on camera, please watch your language. I want the passion. I want everything. I want to hear it all, but please come correctly, please. Thank you.
Now, Bree, it was something you said a couple of weeks ago. Now, and I'm gonna put this out here because I got to give you your credit for you saying this. When you look at Ritter, we already knew what we were gonna get with a guy that was coming in, and it's just certain things he's got to learn. But I blame Arthur Smith for not having a competent quarterback coach and development. That is on the head coach. He's got talent, but the thing is, he has nobody to hone that talent, as you stated a couple of weeks ago. Now we got to give you your flowers for calling that out because we've been saying this for the longest. And John Harris, the Crooked Deacon, said this a while ago. William, we'll bring you onto the camera, but you got to have your face in, bro. And Bree was the first one to point that out. So we got to give her flowers. So, Bree, please elaborate on this for us today. As of when we talk about bringing in coaches or whatnot, would you rather see a change of the guard at this offensive coordinator position if Arthur Blank is going to keep going, or do you want to see the offensive coordinator and this head coach out the door? I want your opinion on this.
I say both because at the end of the day, the head coach is the head of the team. And when you have somebody like him that doesn't want to take constructive criticism in bettering the team, he does not no longer need to be on the team. And then if you don't have an offensive coordinator that is not, once again, using all your players to the best of their ability, that needs to go as well. So you have two very important positions that they're not being utilized effectively. So yes, but it starts with the head coach.
Now, Scoop just put out something, and I'm gonna let Graybeard address this one. Now, shout out to our boy Scoop. Scoop says we were mostly in zone today. Yeah, we were
Mhm.
mostly in zone. We were mostly in zone today. I'm gonna put this one. I'm gonna alley oop this one to you, Graybeard. We were mostly in zone today because AJ Terrell has been getting dusted as of late, and Richie Grant has been a weak link in that secondary since I've been saying this for 3 years straight. Go ahead and write on the secondary for us today.
Uh, yeah, I gotta excuse me because I'm still for the piss. What I just watched, these last 4 quarters, man. I mean, yes, we played dome pretty much the entire game, and it was working. That was the bad part. I mean, shout out to Bree. She said it back when we got that penalty when we seen that hit, changed the whole dynamic how we played defense.
Mm-hmm.
We literally got conservative, and we wasn't aggressive as we were at the start of the game. Okay, start of the game, man, we were headhunting. We didn't care. We played with fire. We played with abandonment. Like, look, we gonna take you out. And now, ever since that play happened, shout out to that man that got back up on his own power and everything was all good. We played conservative, and that changed the whole dynamic on how we played defense. And, AJ has not been right. I believe like week 3, in my opinion, he hasn't been right. I don't know if he's battling an injury. I don't know if it's mentally. He just really had not really been AJ like he was last year. I mean, shout out to Okuda, man. Hey, Okuda been holding his own. He been playing with fire. He been playing with a bat. I mean, he just been playing his side of the field. Bankhead Bank been playing. Playing his position in the free safety. We already know what Richie Grant is. It is what it is. So for me, man, I'm just disappointed in the fact that we left so many points and opportunities on the field. We said it Thursday. The key to victory was controlling the clock and winning the turnover battle. We said that Thursday. And we had a head start to that with a safety with Calais Campbell. We had that with a fumble, and we had that with an interception. And we still, a correction, 2 fumbles because they changed it last minute. And we still only put up 11 points at halftime. I'm sorry. The whole coaching staff and the offense need to go.
Gotta go,
K
bro.
Dub. I want K Dub to talk about the offense because he definitely was chirping on this a little earlier. So K Dub, let's talk about the offense in the red zone today.
Man, this offense in the red zone is just piss poor, man. I mean, I love the logo so bad, but it's like I'm at the point where I was like, wait till we see if we win the division or not. It's like, hey, look, the Raiders made a decision. Why we can't do the same thing? I mean, I think it's time to bring a different voice in. I'm gonna stand by that. We need just a new approach, just a new way of doing things, a new way to come into the building. These guys are not feeling what they've been told to do and what they've been, going out.
They too comfortable. They too comfortable.
Exactly.
I feel like they need a kick in their butt, from the right coaching staff and a competent coaching staff. Like this Dave Ragone thing is just out of control, man.
I got laughed at and I got clowned or whatnot by some of our viewers when I said they were like, oh, well, Dave Ragone ain't the problem. Here's the thing. Yeah, Arthur Smith is calling that play script that Dave Ragone has designed. That is Dave Ragone's job. He has to design those plays. Arthur Smith makes the final say so, yes. But Dave Ragone has designed game plans. Arthur Smith is not designing game plans. That is your offensive coordinator, and that's your assistants that design that game plan. Arthur Smith either A approves it or he says, no, give me something else. That's pretty much what his job is. He's gonna call those plays on pretty much on game day. But that offense is being scripted by Dave Ragone. So regardless of how you feel about that, that's all on Dave Ragone. Period. So he got to go.
You should have been gone.
Now check this out. The screenplay that we scored on with Jonnu, right?
Yeah.
That play has been ran 12 times this season, and it's been successful one time, and that was today.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Ran it a few times with Kyle Pitt.
How is it possible?
Good
I give it to you because we're gonna bring William in here now after I answer this for you. Jonnu Smith is doing what we wanted Kyle Pitts to do when he was drafted number 4 overall as a first round pick. You have a quarterback like Heineke is not the greatest quarterback. He's a competent journey, but he was still getting the ball out of there, and he put the ball right on the numbers. Jonnu Smith was doing this at Tennessee. Literally the same thing, running end arounds, throwing passes. Pretty much Kyle Pitts was supposed to be what Jonnu Smith is right now. That's what he's supposed to be. That was what Arthur Smith saw when he drafted him out of the University of Florida. But Jonnu, like I said, Jonnu is the ace of the wild card of the bunch. And William just dipped out. But Kyle Pitts has a lot of skill set. But here's the thing. Right now, I think it was smart to bring in the Jonnu Smith. Maybe Pitts can learn from Jonnu Smith, and we can have those two being competent when we get us a quarterback and possibly a new head coach. Because those are two weapons that we rarely use when we need to.
Is it fair to say that Kyle Pitts is not playing to the best of his ability based off of who the offensive coordinator is?
No.
I think that's
No, it's not. No, it's not. No,
we blame him when we like, oh, he the unicorn, but then when he was with Matt Ryan, y'all was. I'm not saying people. I'm just saying y'all as a collective, as a fan base, have saying, well, he's not living up to his name, but we're not taking into consideration who is calling the plays and who are designing the plays that doesn't fit the skill set. So that's why the Ritter situation. I feel like Ritter is going to be a better quarterback, and I can't wait for him to prove to these fans because it's not the right. Who is coaching and who is leading him is just not the right fit.
Who is quarterback coach?
And
he don't have a quarterback coach.
That's the problem.
The only other quarterback that we have on this team, on the coaching staff, is the wide receiver coach right now.
TJ.
Why is the quarterback coaching receivers? You've never played the position. That's like me being an accountant for Wells Fargo, but now I'm telling you how to run Wells Fargo from a different department that I've never been in before. It don't fit.
I never understood that. I never understood why we didn't have a quarterback coach. We always had a quarterback coach, and now this year we don't have one.
That's the
we
reason.
didn't have one last year, the year before that, the year before
Yeah,
that.
He's the offensive coordinator with the Tennessee Titans right now.
This is the 5th year we have. We're going on 5 years with no quarterback coach, bro. 5 years.
I thought we did have one back in 2019.
No.
Mm-mm.
Hold on.
We got William in the building, man. William, what's up, man?
Y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
Perfectly. Come on.
Technical difficulty. Y'all can see me and hear me?
Yeah, we got you, bro. Go ahead.
I'm trying to get some connection, man. I think it's my screen, y'all acting up.
No, you in?
Nah, you in, fam. Go ahead.
Damn.
Going in and out, though.
I guess you might have to step somewhere else or whatnot. We're going to pull you back in when you get your StreamYard straight, bro.
I'm trying to understand. We established an identity a couple of years ago of running the football. That was supposed to be our identity. for this year, right? Running the football. That's why we got Bijan Robinson, right? To go with
Mm-hmm.
Tyler Algier to complement that, to be able to run the football, to be able to control the clock. For the life of me, why are we doing the toss to John Smith on the goal line?
Getting cute with the offense. And the
And
guy that he should have handed it to was Tyler Algier.
Algier.
We've
And
been saying that. Here's
I,
the thing. Bijan is not, I'm gonna say this. Bijan is learning how to run between the tackles right now. He did it at Texas, but he didn't have to do it too often because if you look at most of his runs, Bijan was literally getting in the hole or he bounce it out, reverse field, and outrun everybody. He can't do that here in the NFL. He's got some plays where he can do that, but now when you get deep them on you and they have guys as fast as you're gonna have to learn how to run between the tackles. That is the difference between he and Tyler Algier with that.
He
yep,
gonna
He's a
have to learn how to
he
hold
does
on to the
run.
ball because that's from the
Yeah.
yep.
what 3 or 4 too.
Exactly.
If
No, that's
ball,
three,
Three,
Bree.
three,
That's
three,
three.
three, three, three.
That's
My
the,
ball,
bad.
he would have had four, but they said he was down. He would have had four. So Bree, here's the thing I'm gonna ask you because Killian and I talked about this before. Now, the thing I'm gonna ask you now, you paid attention to his ball security because you just mentioned this. Now, the issue that he had at Texas that got swept under the rug. He put the ball on the turf a lot at Texas. That was just that went unheard of, but everybody was looking at that. What do you think needs to happen with helping this kid hold on to the ball? Because we're having issues with ball security.
Tyler Algier need to start.
Tyler and
yeah.
That's
Cordell
it.
need to sit him down. I mean, apparently they ain't watching no film because he's still doing this. It's the same type of plays. He's fumbling the ball. He's out.
Yeah.
He's running downfield, and then out of nowhere, boom! Somebody hit him, and then he loses the ball. It wasn't like he was he was running the second, third time it is gonna happen.
You in the
So
NFL,
apparently he needed a 101 on how to hold on to the ball and tuck it in and run downfield. If that's the type of plays they're gonna use him for.
I mean,
I
they
see
did the
somebody
same
saying,
thing.
"Can I get in?" Yeah. Hold on, real quick. Yeah, I posted the link in Dirty Bird there, and I also posted it in Falcons Nest. So we're definitely gonna try to get you. You definitely gotta go up in there and get that link. I'll repost it in Falcons Nest because I think that's where this is coming from, so we can get you in. But
But they didn't use Tyler to his best ability and towards
Nope.
the end.
Nope.
To the
thank
fourth
you.
quarter.
We've
To
been
the fourth
saying that
quarter.
Tyler Algier is the guy that needs to be the starter. We've been saying that. We
I
Because
don't
get
know.
that.
the type of plays they were calling for him to run the ball, it was those plays that we were losing yards. And those are the type of plays that Bijan need to be doing. Because those plays where he catches it from a distance, and I don't know the terminology. Where, for instance, he's near the sticks, and Ritter would throw it to Bijan. Bijan would catch it, and then he'll run downfield. That's what he's good at. Tyler's not good at that, and that's why we have lost yards. But if you get a ball to Tyler and run through the hole, he gonna punch it through and he gonna easily get the first down. And we were not doing that towards the end. So once again, we are not using these people for their
And
best
here's,
ability.
and here's the thing, Coach Brant said it, and Coach Brant and I talked about this a while ago. So we've already said, let me I'm gonna put the vendor in, and I gotta put William in next. So Coach Brant has already said this from the jump. Coach Brant called it. He said the one thing that we have a problem with is the hot hand on this team. Tyler Algier broke William Andrews' record, literally sharing carries. And seeing the fact that Arthur Smith he wants to look right in this situation with Bijan Robinson. He wants to be like, I told y'all, this is my guy. I did this. He's literally at that point. And it's like, dog, you got to go with what works. You got a guy who had over 1,000 yards last year sharing carries and was holding this offense down and literally helping us win tough games like today. On the 1 yard line, and you don't feed Tyler Algier, that's asinine. What's going on, Vendor? Come on in, baby. Talk to me.
Hey, how you doing? Hey, everybody.
come on in here.
From what I'm like, I was watching the game. Like I got it on my fire stick. So I'm watching the game. I like Johnny Smith. I feel like Johnny Smith because I noticed some things. When Johnny Smith got hot, if you notice Kyle Pitts, like his demeanor on the sideline, even
Mm-hmm.
after he scored, it wasn't like the teammate. Yeah, yeah. You know what I mean? It looked like he was kind of upset. Like a lot of people are upset we drafted. I understand like why we drafted our offensive weapons, but the problem is in my personal opinion, when we lost out on the Lamar Jackson thing, that threw Arthur Smith for a loop. He didn't know what to do, and that's why he just started Ritter before the draft, before even you know what I mean. I feel like our defense, like me being a Falcons fan, how long I've been. I like our defense. Our defense is really finally coming out there and showing what the A is about. A lot of people like, oh, them hits was dirty. Nah, it's just football plays, man. People get hurt. That's what happened. I mean, you feel bad for the people that got hurt, but still, it's football. You know what I mean? It's not like a safe sport. It's not baseball. You know what I mean? It's not a sport where people ain't gonna get hurt. But I do feel like Arthur Smith, like this one, yeah, this one he can't. There ain't no coming back from this one. Like you can't, like y'all was saying before, getting cute. Run straight. I'm yelling. My daughter's my 4-year old. She yelling, copying what I'm saying because I'm saying run straight, run straight. So she's saying it because all the plays instead of just running straight, you want to run like this. So I just feel like they need to do something. There's got to be like some type of shakeup. There's got to. There's
Yeah,
got to be some type of shakeup because I feel like this. If they keep it going the way it's going, where it's like, yo, we almost there, we almost winning. It's gonna form that mentality to where it's like, we almost there. It don't matter. You know what I mean? And then it's not gonna be no drive from nobody. That's just my opinion.
But here's the thing. Now you spoke on Lamar Jackson, and we had Miles Garrett to come on to the show a while ago. That was pretty much a bluff. They weren't going to give him that much money because they needed to fix that defense. And Miles Garrett actually talked to guys in the front office or whatnot about that. So Lamar
Oh, okay.
Jackson, he'd have been here, but we wouldn't have the defense that we have right now at all.
Nope.
We wouldn't have been able to afford him. We'd have been right back in salary cap hell that we were once in, before when we had Matt Ryan, Julio Jones, and still had that True Font contract and also that Devontae Freeman contract. We wouldn't be able to have the pieces that we have on the defense right now. So,
True.
it would have
True.
been nice if we had a team like now and we were bringing in Lamar, it would make more sense. But we didn't. So that's the only reason why. But I think you did have a lot of valid points with that one. We got to get guys to run more north and south. What's going on, Scoop? Black Wall Street is in the building. What's happening?
Come on,
Salute.
Coop.
What's going
Come on,
on,
Scoop. Come with
everybody?
it, bro.
Come on, Coop.
'Cause I know
Come
you
on,
about to
Coop.
come at me, Scoop. Come
Come
with
on,
it.
Coop. Go
No,
ahead.
I'm not finna come at you, Cam. Like I said, it really. I had put in the Facebook. I ain't I'm not agreeing with the whole if you play quarterback, you can't coach a wide receiver. I don't think this is an issue. I think that more so, everybody ain't a good coach. It's simple as that. Like we'll use like my favorite player of all time, Coach Prime. Like even if you were good in a high level in pros, that doesn't mean that you're gonna be a good coach. And I'm not saying that Coach Prime is not a good coach. I'm just using him as an example. Like every good player is not gonna be a good coach. And even the sorriest players in the NFL won't turn out to be good coaches. We look at Bill Belichick, you ain't never heard of him as no player.
Uh-uh.
So it's the situation for me is with Atlanta, and I think I had posted this too. In 8 games, you done had 3 different quarterbacks, 3 different seasons. All of them in 8 games were 4-4.
Mm-hmm.
It's not who's up on the center. It's the people that's calling these plays, man. And that's the story of this team right now. And really, I'm feeling even worse because one of the graphics came out once the Texas Rangers had won the World Series. We are the oldest franchise
Yep.
without a championship.
That shit
This is a franchise situation here.
hurt my heart.
And if any changes is gonna happen, it ain't gonna be Terry Fontenot.
Nope.
Arthur Blank gonna make those changes. Whether he sell the team, whether he get new leadership in here, whatever it may be, because that's just thing. Knowing that you got the oldest franchise without a championship, something got to shake.
Rich McKay got to go because Rich McKay was the one who made the decision under Arthur Blank to hire Arthur Smith before he hired his GM.
But see, we gotta understand that Rich McKay got his notoriety because of them. What it was, the $2,000.
Yep.
Exactly.
So the hire of Rich McKay made sense at the time. And that's really all you can go off of is the reputation. The reason why Thomas Dimitrov got hired because he was a part of the New England Patriots organization. He
Yep.
didn't probably have
Hmm.
a whole lot of footprint in it, but it still remains the same. You gotta find some. You gotta do your due diligence. You got the money to do it. Do your due diligence to get some good people in here so some changes can be made. If not, we're gonna continue to be the laughing stock of the NFL.
And the
Man,
sad thing is, like we talked about this, Eric Bieniemy was a guy. Oh, he didn't interview well. Here's my question. I've been saying this since day one. Do you want somebody to be a politician or do you want a football coach that's going to win your ball games? Because if you look at what he's doing in Washington right now, they've been up and down, but you got a first year quarterback that's starting, came in the same class as Ritter. They got a solid defense over there. And then you have him coming in with his offense. And what he's doing is while he's calling plays and these guys are learning his system, he's using his system and putting his guys in positions to make plays, and that makes them a very tough team because that Philadelphia team, who has the best record in the NFL, literally a millisecond, I'll say a millisecond from losing both of those games, both times they had them on the ropes. So Washington, if they fire Ron Rivera, how much you want to bet Magic Johnson and that collective group, which I think is Darrell Bevel, who's the owner of the Philadelphia 76ers, who's the majority owner of the Washington Commanders, they're going to promote Eric Bieniemy. How much you want to bet?
Why not? It makes sense.
Oh, it's a guarantee they will.
That's a guarantee.
It
And
makes sense.
we had this man in our hands, literally in our hand, and you
Twice.
passed on him for a guy just because you want to make a business deal.
I
Twice.
mean,
Not once, but twice.
Twice.
I
This
mean,
man is. How many Super Bowls has Arthur Smith won?
Yeah,
none.
but see, I'm not even going there with that either, man, because in the last 10, 15 years, New England have been in every other Super Bowl. So you
Okay,
can't
well,
I can't even use that as an example because it
okay, I
doesn't matter.
got
Like
you.
look
I
at
got you.
Look at Josh McDaniel. Look what happened in Vegas.
Dumpster truck.
But he had already proved that he was a horrible coach in Denver.
yeah.
So,
So it
so I
doesn't
got a
it doesn't
question for
matter to
you.
me about that. Like it's got to be a collective effort, but you got to get a team together that's collective that can come to the conclusion that they got some good people around them. Right now, there's a disconnect inside that clubhouse.
So
So
Agreed.
it's a
here's the
franchise
question I
thing.
got. I got a question for you since you say that. Alex Smith, that guy got up under Eric Bieniemy and was going to AFC Championship games because EB was running the show, and even Andy Reid was like, "Hey, I approve it, but he's running the show." He helped get Arthur. He helped get Alex Smith to that point before they traded him to Washington, and he actually helped develop that Pat Mahomes kid that sat for a year before he became a starter and win it and going to 3 Super Bowls and being the MVP of the league and everything. Eric Bieniemy developed him. Like no one wants to give that man credit for that, and now he's developing Sam Howell to be one of the best, actually being a very good quarterback for a first year guy. But everybody wants to keep discrediting that. Like, come on, man. Enough is enough. We know Josh McDaniel is trash. He was recycled, bro. He's been recycled 3 times, bro.
Yeah.
EB, this is his first time out, and he ain't even a head coach right now.
And I know we talk bad about the offense and everything like that, but can we talk about how piss poor special teams is? Because
Oh
there's
Yeah.
man.
absolute can we talk about that? Because there's absolutely no reason the average starting point for our offense is under the 15-yard line.
We're
So
like ranked.
I don't think we was that bad today versus last week. And I think that
Hmm.
was part of the reason why Ritter looked as bad as he did because of field position. But
No,
I
no,
would say
on the
this too.
season. No, on the
I mean,
season, the starting average is a 15 or lower.
all year long, special teams has been horrible. Point shaving like a mug all season long.
We're like dead, and we almost like dead last.
We miss William.
$31.
We miss Mr. Avery Williams.
We
Where's
31st in the league.
who was the special team coach last year? I forgot what he went. We got rid of him.
No.
No, he's the same one from last year, ain't he?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
he
the
is.
same guy
What's
from
going
last
on?
year. He was here last year.
What up, William?
What's up,
Yeah, man.
William?
Okay.
What's up? Listen, I said this, man, from the jump. Austin Smith, Eagle cost us this game, bro. We should have been fired Dave Rock on last season. They didn't do it. The defense was playing all year, and we worked. I mean, we ranked 28th in scoring. So that shows you a lot. Not playing the starters in preseason and everything. So it's time to go ahead and let go Austin Smith go. I've been said this, man. Being inconsistent all season, man. It's time to make some changes, fellas, man. He got to go. That's all I got to say. Go ahead and fire him. Do it now. And this whole coaching style, TJ Yates, we hiring people who don't even know how to play wide receiver. TJ Yates is a quarterback. Why y'all got him being the wide receiver coach? Come on now.
Hey Tony, don't be coming over here talking about these fellow Falcon fans, Tony Jackson, unless you gonna come on this screen.
and
You
get
say that
cooked.
man sound like Ocho, sound like Chad Johnson. He say he sound like Ocho. You need to come on in here, Mister Rodney Dangerfield of the Falcon fans. Shout out to my guy Tony Jackson, man. He's
Yeah,
definitely one of the top dogs and OGs in the podcast game for the Falcons. He's just in the cut right now talking trash.
Well,
But
let's
But
speak on the fact that Arthur Smith does very poorly in reference to press conferences. I don't
Mm-hmm.
like
mhm.
how he's asked direct questions and he's very dismissive in answering it, or he has smart comments, especially with the criticism about it's not necessarily Ritter's fault as to why Ritter is not playing to his best ability. I just don't like how he answers questions when he knows he's wrong. That's not what a head coach should be acting like. And he's been acting like this since he's
I
came
think
to
he
Atlanta,
got
but it seems this year is at its worst. And then explanations as to why certain plays were called when we as fans or as reporters no, it didn't make sense. You know, his reasoning for everything is just it just tells us it is past due time to he needs to be replaced.
I
At
mean
foreign,
that ego.
yeah.
Well, you see what I got up in the background. I took the benediction down because guess what? Today we fried some fish. We got some shrimp, some fries, sweet tea, hot sauce. I didn't put the moonshine in there, some of the liquor up in there like I wanted to because we got kids watching the show. But at the same time, just know that's in the cooler. This is what the kids can see. But we got that pink slip right behind Arthur Smith. I
Here-
said
here-
that was
here-
gonna be. I said this was gonna be the background for the day, and this needs to be there. But again, when you have a head coach that is not gonna take accountability for what he's doing in that locker room, I can tell you right now, the offense ain't playing for him. Don't y'all?
Nope.
I said this last week, and I said it again. He's lost the locker room. That defense is playing for Ryan Nielsen and Jerry Gray. They playing their
Mm-hmm.
hearts out for them dudes, and
yeah.
they love their offensive brethren. But let's be real. Don't nobody respect Smith. That Bijan wasn't hurt. I'm not. I'll just say this. It
Oh,
was
of
a
course not.
disciplinary issue of what happened with him, and that's the reason why he sat in the Tampa game. That was a disciplinary issue. Wasn't a
Well, I
health
guess
issue.
he's gonna be disciplined again this week because he caused a big fumble that messed up the offense and scoring that on that drive.
Yep.
Yep.
Dude,
If we
as he should.
And
if we
As
Al,
would have
he
got it,
because
Al
you
just showed
literally gave up momentum. You put in a position to get 7 points. Defense was already tired because they did their job, and you gave up the draws.
if we would have got 3 point on that drive, that would have changed the whole complexity
Everything.
of everything. We would have won the game because the defense would have got rest. We still would have got point, and then would have put even more pressure on that Minnesota offense to score, not field goal, but touchdown.
So
Oh
But
yeah,
what's
and
next?
then
The play
here's the thing,
part.
y'all. But here's the thing. At 4-5, right? Our the division is still ours to win.
right.
It's not like we're in a division where we're down like 3 games. Tampa
Mm-hmm.
is Tampa is still terrible. Carolina is still terrible. The only other team that I can really say has a legitimate chance at winning the division will be the Saints, and we all know that at some point they're going to explode.
Yep. And we
Here's the
know that
thing.
game is gonna be oof.
Here's the thing, though. At four and
Al
five,
very
with
crucial.
the talent that we have, is it time to say, you know what? We spent all this money on the defense. We have all this talent that we got in the first round, taking offensive picks. Is it the players or is it the coaching?
Coaching.
Because right now we have the ability to win our division, and we have to make the change. If it's not going to be now, it needs to be during the bye week.
It
It has to
not
Um,
be.
needs to be now.
It has
It
to
needs
be.
to be
Right?
so
now.
so
It,
so I will say this. It's a little combination of both because from the old regime, who you got left?
Just
Nobody.
Grady, Jarrett, and Matthews right
Just
now.
Grady.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So you had to carry on. Now you building a whole new team on your own. You building a whole new roster on your own because the old regime obviously didn't do a good job at drafting. Now with the drafts that he's had these past 3 seasons, how we looking now? Because how many people in the top 100 on our team right now?
Can I
Let's
follow
be
well,
up, Patty?
one,
let's
right?
no, you're right.
Just
But
one,
let's
right?
be real though.
One.
Arthur Smith but just like I know, Arthur Smith ain't a defensive guy. The guy that built that defense, and we
I'm
got
about to say
confirmation
Terry.
on the inside of that with with some of our sources. Terry Fontenot built that defense. Period.
Yeah.
He built that
Look,
defense like we had in like he had in New Orleans with Ryan Nielsen. Literally.
but I'm not even arguing that. I'm just saying when we use the word talent, if we're really being in agreement with this, Arthur Smith is totally responsible for this team.
Yeah.
Terry probably done made the strings to do the signing or whatever, but when the game plan comes along, Terry ain't in that locker room. It's
Nope.
Arthur Smith. This falls on Arthur Smith because he
I
got to get the troops together.
I
Yep.
agree.
Now they brought them vets in on the defense to bring them in collectively with the young guys, and they played great so far this season. These last 2 games been a little bit suspect, but I think that it's been suspect because hell they might be tired. I mean, you halfway
Yeah.
through the season, they gonna need this bye after this Arizona game for real.
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
The wide receiver core is suspect because now we got all these third string guys that they got to get some playing time.
Yeah.
you had a
So
chance to draft.
it's a real questionable thing, and he gonna have to rely on the run game. They're gonna have to fix something.
So Scoop. Now you and I talked about this.
Yeah.
You had a chance to get playmakers out of this draft with the wide receiver core. You had a chance. You weren't gonna get a Jordan Addison. You weren't gonna get these guys. You could have got a Jaden Hazelwood in the lower rounds. You could have got a Shaq Davis out of
Jackson
South
Smith and
Carolina State,
Jigba.
who I said. You could have got an Xavier Smith out of FAMU that's lighting it up out there in doggone LA with the Rams. I mean, it's so many cats that was and matter of fact, your boy Tank out of Houston was another guy you could have grabbed. So you had a chance to grab playmakers with the wide receiver. You had a chance to get that.
So
But
so
no.
here's the frustrating part. You can say all that. If we had Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson, it
Mm,
does not change the play calling.
Nope.
no, it doesn't.
Yeah.
But it does change those drop passes we've had.
I mean, for me, I'm looking at DeAndre Hunter. Pretty much reminder why we should have went and got him during the trade deadline.
Yes.
Cause he was disrupted the entire game, especially in the run game. He was just killing it. And the piggyback with Scoop was saying, it's coaching, man. To me, it's coaching. I think this team is not really truly buying in to the Arthur Smith philosophy. They buying in with Ryan Nielsen. The defense pretty
Mhm.
much all
Yeah.
in. It's the offensive side of the ball is not all in. Because if you looked at after John Smith scored that touchdown, the way Kyle Pitts looked on that bench when he was sitting right
Mhm.
beside him, he was like, "That should have been me.
Mm-hmm.
That should have been me." And I looked at that, and then when John Smith got up and started slapping on the face, he started laughing or whatever the case may be. So uh, after this bye week, besides player vested, there need to be some cold coaching going on, especially in that front office. If I'm out to blank, I'm calling them in. I'm like this: either y'all, either there be some changes, or y'all gonna be getting changed.
Yeah.
It just it has to be something. We fall to the same trap
Every
every year, and it's getting tiresome.
and I
Something got to
bet
change.
you once Arthur Smith go, I bet you'll have more veteran players that want to come to Atlanta. I
Yep.
guarantee it.
I'm gonna give you a scenario that might save it. Now, here's the thing. Don't think the NFL and these organizations that's getting ready to fire all these coaches ain't looking at Ryan Nielsen. Don't think
Nope.
they're not looking at taking him as a head coach. If you fire Arthur Smith, this is my thing because we don't know how many more years Jerry Gray has because Gray's been in the league for over 20 years. I say promote Ryan Nielsen, promote within because the guys know him, they trust him, they know how he works. You put him there and you let this man, him and Terry, they sit down and have a conversation of who they want to get as an offensive coordinator. One guy that's out there is Clint Kubiak. That's a guy that you look at. And another guy that you can also look at from as an offensive coordinator, he's right now at USC just trying to get a job. Get Cliff Kingsbury. Bring him in as an OC. You keep the same running game, but you elevate your passing game by bringing these two guys in. And with the running game we have and with the way these guys like to air out the football, and they will go get guys, to get that ball. I mean, go get the ball. That
And
around the defensive side of the ball, let him be the DC and let him and Ryan Nielsen keep working together. But you promote the younger guy because you're going to have more time with Nielsen than you would with Gray. That's just a scenario I have if you can't get Eric Bieniemy. That's just me.
I'll take Brian Leftwich right now. Get somebody in that knows how to run some type of offense. Regon, look, he's better than Regon. He's better than Regon. Matter of fact, I'm better than Regon. I'm just
How do we know that though, Glenn? Because where was Brian Leftwich before Tom Brady came to Tampa?
Huh?
Woo! He was just an assistant coach. He got promoted when Brady was there. He was an assistant.
So how do we know what Brian Leftwich is as an offensive coordinator without Tom Brady?
What do we have to lose with Regon and freaking OC though?
You say what do we have to lose? We need a change that is not something that's like an unknown. We need a definite.
Yeah, but we need a definite.
I give you another one. If Green Bay fires Mike LaFleur, you go get it. You don't hesitate because he's been in Atlanta before. He was on that 2016 staff that went to the Super Bowl and literally still airs out the ball. The problem is in Green Bay, he didn't have a defense. You have him and Jerry Gray reunited, that's going to be a problem with a Ryan Nielsen. You bring a guy like that in once Green Bay gets rid of him because they're already chirping about getting him up out of there.
That's it. We go get the floor.
I mean, I'm to the point right now. I don't care. I don't care. I won't change. No. This is what I'm saying. I won't change. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of every time we get 4-4, and then all of a sudden we play a freaking mediocre team that has a backup quarterback that we knock out, and then all of a sudden we get a third string quarterback that just lights our behind up, and it's just a revolving cycle. We did it. We did it with Geno Smith when he was with the Jets. We did it with Taylor Heineke. I mean, now it's Joshua Dobbs. I mean, like, come on, bro.
Now I do like the LaFleur suggestion. I don't think Green Bay will let him go, but LaFleur has worked with Arthur Smith before, so I do like that suggestion.
And the reason I'm saying that is because he could actually get through to Arthur Smith's pig-headed ass and literally say, "Hey man, you got to throw the ball, or you got to do this way." But I'm just saying, if you fire Arthur Smith, there's a ton of options out here. But the problem is Arthur Smith didn't want anybody who was actually really good at calling plays because he was worried about his job.
Well, see, most young head coaches that are offensive play callers normally will call plays. Like Shanahan did it when he was in San Francisco. He eventually let that go. But it's really the play design, and he just need to swallow his pride and his ego, and he need to reach out to somebody else. Like he was trying to be smug when he responded to the question about Kurt Warner comments. But if you truly want help, man, you got the resources to get the help. Just get the help.
Yeah.
Bro,
man.
He ain't never had to really get help. He was born with a silver spoon in his mouth. Come on, man. You know this.
Look, I ain't even riding that coattail either because the man has worked his way up in the NFL. It ain't like he just came into the NFL, got a job in Washington, and then became a head coach. He actually worked his way through the ranks.
But here's the question. Even though you did work your way through the ranks or whatnot, his journey wasn't as long as head coaches that's in here now. His journey wasn't long, bro.
Short compared to other people. You have a
His journey is not that long. Hold on. We got Tony J. Hey, you got to put your key on Tony. Come on in here. We got Tony Jackson, but you got to put your camera on, big dog.
He got it.
There you go. He in the studio.
With the hell no in the back.
First of all, I want to say what's up to KD. I love you in Phoenix, and I hope y'all win the championship this year.
It ain't
That's my
happening.
guy. I seen him at the Falcons Stadium plenty of time. He gave me a signed
Oh, Lord.
basketball. Hey man, look, I don't know what the problem is. Y'all naming a whole bunch of different stuff that can't be fixed this year. Don't sound like it. But I do got one question to this expert panel. I value y'all opinions, especially Ryan. That's my guy, young lady there. What we drafted Bijan, Kyle Pitts high in the draft so we can have these mismatch opportunities, matchups on offense. I haven't seen it. So is it this offensive scheme? Obviously, it's coming down to Arthur Smith offensive scheme. Pitts should be eaten. As athletic as he is, he should be eaten. Bijan down the field. Oh man. I ain't seen a linebacker trailing Bijan down the field yet. Ryan the historian, please, and along with his sidekick KD, please help a brother out. I'm upset with this one. I don't know what it is. We don't get into a lot of different issues.
Hey,
I agree with all y'all.
First off, I'm gonna offer you a plate of hot fish. We got the hot sauce. We got the sweet tea in the back, as you can see, with Arthur Smith's pink slip. We're starting the promotion for pretty much Arthur Smith's firing party. So that's the first thing we doing over here. So the second thing you're saying is, okay, you're right. The mismatches are supposed to be there. But when you have an offensive coordinator that is very incompetent, bro, you have an offensive coordinator that was an incompetent head coach, and he's incompetent in situational awareness and pretty much drawing up scripts for Arthur Smith to call those plays. A lot of the stuff that they're calling is just bad. It's not fitting what the personnel is, because it's like, hey, if you see that this is not working, when are you going to change up a few things to get your playmakers in spots? That is your job as an OC. Even if Arthur's calling these plays, you have to draw up the scripts to get these guys in a place to where they eat. And I agree. Pitt should be eating right now, but the guy that we're seeing that's eating is John Smith right now.
Yeah. I like him. I like John. But it seems to me, and this is what everybody was saying last year at the end of last season, that we was going to be a pound of ground team with Algiers as the featured back. I actually agree with that. I love Algiers. You see what happened when they finally started giving him the ball. I just thought that was the plan. So it's almost like Arthur Smith's trying to be something that he's not.
Oh yeah.
A head coach.
Yeah. To that head coach, you think I still don't know how he got the job anyway, but I'll let y'all.
Come on.
Everybody say he turned Ryan Tannehill around. Ryan Tannehill was throwing for that many yards. He just had less picks when he got with the Titans. But go ahead.
But Tony, here's the question I got for you. Now, you just mentioned something.
Okay.
Now, Algier just broke almost darn near 40-year-old record that William Andrews held when he was sharing carries. You got a guy like that that's running the ball. Why not, like you say, start Tyler Algier, beat up on defenses. You sprinkle Bijan in there a little bit. Once that third, fourth quarter hits, you start giving heavy doses of Bijan, because that defense will be worn down from trying to tackle Algier, and you use his speed to your advantage. That's what I'm trying to figure out. It's not rocket science.
That's what I thought we was gonna see.
Exactly.
I thought we were gonna see.
Well, y'all not taking into account that Cordero is back in the mix, so now he's trying to play Cordero and play three running backs, and it's not working. Before Cordero was not playing, it was working the way he was using Tyler and the way he was using Bijan, but since Cordero is back in the mix.
Well, we all
they were gonna trade CP. They were actually thinking about putting CP on the trade block. That was what was going on, but no one wanted to take it. CP is actually going to ball out now. That was the reason why he was held out for that long.
I mean, we all wanted CP not to be in the backfield as much anyway. Once you got Bijan and Taylor and got Algier, that was supposed to be the tentative plan. Cool. I
Thank
don't
you.
know. I don't know why freaking Austin Smith is doing whatever, but the case is though, in pride. His pride is the reason why we losing football game. His pride is the reason why the scheme the way it is. It's his pride the reason why he can't hold a press conference without saying the word variables and all this other crap. I mean, it's
Everything
pride. It's just what it is, man. So I mean, you got to look at the cancer right now, and the cancer arguably might be Arthur Smith. And then he
Ain't
checked,
no
like Cam said, swallow his ego, swallow his pride, go reach out for help. We got all the resources in the world, and get you a competent OC in here. We're gonna stay where we are right now, which is
Say
trash.
that a little bit louder, please, because see, the folks in the back didn't hear you, so we need you to speak a little louder for the congregation. What did you just say?
what I say. He
When
is
when
not.
when he was rolling through his rhetoric, and you were saying no, that's what it should have been. You're exactly
Oh
right.
yeah.
It should have been.
Yeah.
CP should have been playing in the slot like we all said this year.
Mm-hmm.
That is the guy that's sure-handed, but we're not using him.
We're not using a lot of things,
going
man. We're not
back.
using our tight end correctly. We're not using our running back correctly. Hell, we
Oh,
ain't even using our offensive line correctly.
We're
I
not
But
give
see,
it
using.
praise.
I thought they had the formula on the first game, like to keep it even, rush for 200 yards and pass for 200 yards. Then they got
Exactly.
away from it because they trying to prove they got a passing game. Man, we see these plays, man. Just go back to the running game just like you did last year. Just run the ball.
now I want to ask
Especially
Tony
with the
something.
easy schedule we have in the NFL.
True, Tony.
Yes, sir.
Now you've been very adamant on your show, three time champ sports. Y'all check him out when he comes on. Legend. But now our complaints for years was the defense. That's been for years. Now we actually have a defense, pretty much like in your younger days when you was hanging out there on Gresham Road back in the day, kicking it, as a young buck. Just be real, dog. This defense literally got an attitude as salty as the old Grits Blitz defense, but the offense is just as bad as what it was during that time before they actually built around it. Does that give you flashbacks of PTSD of your young days being a young Falcon?
Man, I'm gonna say this. We put up 28 points today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That should be enough to win a football game. Am I right?
true.
It should be.
So if offense convert some of them field goals, I always hear Shannon Sharp say field goal gonna get you beat, and that's look like that's what happened to us today. But this defense does have the potential to be one of the great ones. But it just every now and then, especially that pass play that Dobbs threw that dude on the sideline, made a magnificent catch. It seemed like we out of position on some plays, and we get caught for that. Like it seemed like on one of them plays, like he didn't know that he didn't have safety. He let the man run down the field. He passed the man off to the safety in the middle of the field. It's like,
Right.
okay, do they not know what we're running or what the coverage is?
And
So
not
those
even
things
just
like
that.
that can make or break you from being Legion of Boom type defense, or just mediocre or flashes of they could be good.
The
We
lack of a
also we left
containment
21
hurt us
points on the
again
field.
today.
Oh yeah.
What
Oh
you
We
yeah.
saying?
left 21 points on the field today in the red zone three
Yeah.
times today, and we had to settle for 2 field goals because I'm just still pissed off about that touchdown that we should have had on the 1 yard line. And Jake Matthews with a false start that started it, and then
No,
you take
that was
yourself.
Linton.
No, I'm sorry, Lindstrom on the false start. You kill us with that. It's like, man, you got to have more discipline on the 1 yard line. That's supposed to be a guaranteed 6 right there, especially with the way we run the ball.
No, Goop was
It
right
goes
though. We didn't
back.
have no type of containment today, and we didn't
Nope.
have it last week either. Go ahead, Goop.
Two.
It was no containment, man. I don't think that like you. It's frustrating. It's frustrating to watch because it's like the same story that I was saying about what's my guy Ryan, was it number 95? I'm not gonna say his name. He don't even deserve that type of respect. It ain't
Graham.
95. It was 92. That's hurt right now. That's on the IR.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
So I'm not even gonna say his name because I know how to say his name and I don't want to say his name.
That's
But
messed up.
you keep going inside when you know you got containment. Do your job.
We've been crying about a pass rush or whatnot. You know, Abichetti made a play, but Abichetti's got to get a little bit more consistent. I've already said this here. You don't mess with the linebacker core right now. When Trey Anderson comes back, you put him on the
D.
edge, and you pretty much let him use his speed and his strength to be our edge rusher. Because here's the thing, he's a good linebacker, but here's the thing: with a guy like that, with that type of get up and first step, you make him your Cornelius Bennett on the edge. You make him your Biscuit. You make him your John Abraham. You let this dude eat because yeah, he's learning the game, but with him having that raw ability that he has, it's scary.
Yeah.
And he can change many a games for us. I don't know what happened to Bree. I think Bree's camera. Oh, there we go. But I just
I'm
say this
here.
when he comes back, you got to use Troy Anderson on the edge. You got to use him on the edge because we don't have consistency with edge containment, and I think Troy could do that.
We need everything and everybody because right now,
Oh Lord.
Hey man, the play where David Ayamata got it ain't even a triple team. What could you call four players blocking one man?
Quadruple.
You got quadruple team and they were one on one on the edges. Like how does that happen?
It's not supposed to happen.
No.
That's the
Oh my
problem.
god.
And Calais Campbell found the fountain of youth to get that safety. That's the quickest we've seen him move to get to a quarterback that close to the end zone this year.
But he didn't have to go far. Like the pocket collapsed. But
Yeah.
to try to put him on an assignment to chase a quarterback, man,
That
come on. No,
that was
It
absolutely
ain't
not.
gonna happen with him. But he did. You got to give it to the old man. He found
nah.
the fountain of youth for that safety. You got
Every
to give it to him, bro.
we need to come out a little bit younger on that outside edge to contain freaking Joshua Dobbs.
yeah,
And
we
But
and we didn't do that, and he ran all over our behind today.
that's the set. And Tony, you remember what happened because we talked about it on your show. Joshua Dobbs did the Falcons just like he did the Georgia Bulldogs at home.
8 years
That's
ago.
Oh
two
yeah.
times he's done that. He did it in
Tennessee.
Athens with that Hail Mary and Butch
Yep.
Jones' last year at Tennessee when they beat Georgia in
Yep.
their house, and he did the Falcons the same exact way with a game-winning drive. And sadly, it was his first game-winning drive against us. That's what
Always
makes it even worse.
always confirm.
Yeah, I mean, guys like Josh Dobbs, Ritter, Heineken. I mean, they always show flashes, but what hold them back? They don't have the consistency,
Nope.
and that's going to be Josh Dobbs' issue. I mean, great game today, right? He probably should be the starter going forward, but he's going to show you why he's been around. I think he was drafted by the Steelers, Browns, and now he.
It to
He's with the
me,
Vikings after he left the Cardinals. That man had been on 7 teams, bro.
In one year.
this man had not even been with the team a week yet. He barely had one page of plays, and
I
he
know.
kicked our behind today.
They say his
Especially on third
furniture is still
down.
at the practice facility.
I'm
But
That
telling
was
you.
he, bro. He didn't kick our behinds like that. I'm
Come
gonna
on,
tell
bro.
you.
On third
No, no,
down,
no, 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 no. It's the reason
Third
I'm
down
saying
was
that because
about
we
three
being nice.
times.
That was just a good old fashioned ass whipping we took.
oh yeah,
That wasn't the kick behind. That was just what that was. Ain't no, I'm putting money in the collection plate today, but that was what that was. There's no sugarcoating that. That dude got off on us today.
But
yeah,
we
Soon as that
spotted them
whistle
points
went
too though.
down,
yeah. We,
We
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 did.
spotted them points too though. Back to back series with turnovers. Come on, man. It just
yeah,
can't. It don't go like that.
A
can't
fumble
do
and an interception.
yeah we
our
did
offense
put the
ain't good
defense
enough to spot
last.
nobody no darn points like that.
No, it's not.
Hey guys, let me I got to get out of here, but good stuff as always. I'm always watching. So I'll catch you guys on the next time you go live.
Appreciate it, Tony.
Much
Appreciate
love,
You guys.
Tony. Thank you for coming
All right.
through.
Thank you.
And the
Uh,
sad part about this is Tony said this at the beginning of the season when we started winning. Tony said, "I'm just waiting for the collapse." Those were his exact words. Tony said that, and I told him, I said, "Man, you being too optimistic, bro." I'm sorry. Not pessimistic. He said, "Man, I done been a Falcons fan since the late '70s." He said, "You really gonna tell me about pessimistic?"
it. We
My
gonna move
granddaddy
on.
cussed me. My granddaddy cussed me out before I started the show. I tried to call him. My granddaddy told me, he said, "Boy," he said I lost my appetite today. The Falcons had me happy. He said I don't even want my ribeye steak with my neck bones and collard greens. He said I don't even want it. I was like,
Oh,
oh, he was pissed.
oh no, I'm pissed too, but I'm still gonna eat. But
No, he gonna eat or whatever, but he was pissed right there at the moment. He said the Falcons
bump
know how to take the
bump
taste out of
that,
your meal.
bump that. But man, look, we got to get ready for Arizona. Another bad team with another bad quarterback and whatever, and then we got to go to their house and try to get a dub and try to go to the bye week with a win.
Get some rest, man.
I
We
mean,
got to be at least 500 going into this bye week because if we at least can go 3-0 in the division by knocking out the Saints on Bree's birthday, that'll be even better because that right there might buy Mr. Mustache a little bit of grace because
nope,
we
I
ain't
don't want him no grace.
nope, nope,
Give me
nope,
my birthday
Damn.
present early and fire
nope,
this man
nope.
this week. Give
hold
me
on,
my
we got
birthday
Nando
present
coming
early.
in. You gotta take your camera, turn your camera on, Nando, so we can bring you in,
Arthur
bro.
need to go. Ragon need to go. The line coach need to go. The wide receiver coach need to go. The running back
I
coach
think
need to go.
I think Freddie Falcon might be right behind him too, because he approved some of this man.
Hey, Freddie Falcon go on that ship too.
Nando, we can't bring you on unless your camera's on, big dog.
I'm like, oh, for everybody get a pink slip. You get a pink slip. You get a pink slip.
Hey,
Everybody get a pink slip.
everybody.
Hey, K Dub, you look like an umpire throwing them out the game with that one right there. Get out of
Hey, K Dub, man, maybe if you'd been an umpire, you could help us out with the Braves this year, man. Shoot.
No, player didn't show up like Coop said.
Oh, I'm talking about with the pitching calls in the last few games. Shoot.
No, we ain't getting no offense neither.
Yeah.
Dang, my Freddie Falcon at quarterback.
No, let Freddie Falcon play and make him play calling, man. He might actually be
Woo.
effective.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute. So we bringing in Nando, and we got to bring in Jeremy next, man. So hold up real quick. I'm bringing these cats in. So
And
Nando, welcome
probably
to the cage. Jeremy, welcome to the cage, man. We're gonna let
J
Nando start
J
first.
Dog,
He jumped
what it
in,
is,
and
homie.
then we're gonna let Jeremy jump on this. So Nando, what you got, bro?
Hey, Ryan, panel. Hey, how y'all doing, fam? I ain't saw y'all in a minute. You know what I'm saying? I chop it up with all y'all. Miss y'all from ABG, but it's all good. But listen, fire that man tonight, right now.
We
When the
already said,
clock went zero, y'all need to fire that motherfucking nigga tonight.
Whoa, 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 yo, hey, hold on, hold
Oh,
on.
the
We
lane.
love the passion, homie. We can't drop f bombs. We can say
We in a,
ass and a few other things,
Well,
but we can't
hey,
drop
I'm,
f
I,
bombs.
I'm listen because my bad, Ryan. But listen, and my bad on your string yard. But listen, I try to be much professional as possible. But listen, this
that was
goes back. I just lost a brother,
Mm, sorry
July
about that, man.
2nd, 2022. I just lost my older brother. My
my
oldest brother
condolences.
said, "Bruh, I'm not gonna see a Falcons win a Super Bowl unless they do the right thing. They got to hire a real tenured coach." My brother said this, and this is on my dead brother. This is supposed to be the year. We have the weekend schedule. What is going on? I'm trying to see what are we cooking up. What is the plan? What is going on? I'm just saying. Does Arthur Smith, Arthur Blank need to sell the franchise? Come on, man. Can you come on? I need it. I need answers. I need it now. I've been watching this shit since I was 3 in 1981. I've been watching this. Scoop, you see me, boy? Play with this man. I'm tired of it. I'm a sad. I'm tired. I'm on everybody's stuff. I'm on everybody gonna get the smoke tonight. I don't care who I'm gonna fire up on the stream yard. They gonna fire up on live. They gonna fire up on everything. Just to show up I got social media and I got a platform. I'm gonna fire their butts up on this thing tonight. Me and that boy Red Rose, we out here on y'all tonight. Zone 3 on the prowl tonight, baby.
Hey,
Zone three.
hey, hey,
It's
Nando.
going down.
tell
It's
him
going
get
Disney.
it,
It's
man.
going down.
Get
If
over here.
it
Hey,
don't help,
Nando.
if it don't help, I'm just gonna tell you what's gonna happen. If it don't happen, if it don't
Hey
happen.
Nando. Well, you see, we got in the background. You see what the background is. We said we weren't going to church today. We was going to this fish fry to fire this joke. Pink
Yeah,
slip,
I
fire,
know.
everything, bro.
No,
We got
y'all ain't got no mustache up
we
there
got that
though.
shine in
We
the
ain't
cooler,
cooking no
bro.
mustache. We ain't cooking no mustache.
Oh, we cooking him right now. He in the picture. We cooking him.
No,
He in
I
the
didn't see a
picture.
mustache picture up there. We
Oh
need to
no,
cook
that
that
is a
mustache.
mustache
It's
picture,
over with.
bro. Oh, that's a mustache picture. He up in there, trust me.
Okay, he need to be. I'm just telling you, bro. I'm tired. I'm sick and I'm tired, bro. I'll be 45. Goddamn, damn next month on the 11th. I'm tired. I'm tired. So you see how long I don't watch this, right? Did the same debacle, did the same horror story, did the same horror movie, did the same thing. I've been watching it out 3 years old. Rankin Smith, the Smiths had this, and I'm still watching this. And now he done sold these folks to somebody else, to Arthur Blank, and we still getting the same results. Come on, come
But when
on,
you
man.
but when you sell
My
a team
math
to a
ain't
New
math.
York,
It
hey,
ain't math with me.
when you sell a team to a New York businessman, this is what you get. He think about his money. But give me a sec, because I gotta let my ask, and
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
Do
gonna
his
ask you
thing.
something
Do
else
his
in a
thing,
minute,
bro.
man.
I love it all. Do his thing. I'm out here. I'm here.
Hey, we gonna ask you something in a minute because we definitely want you to cook on that. So, Jeremy, what's going on, bro?
Fellow Army vet.
Yes, sir.
Hey, what's going on, man? Hey, listen. Hey, I'm glad I got to get on here and get some shrimp, man, and come to the fish fry, man. I'm out here in El Paso, Texas. They don't do no fish fries, bro.
Oh no,
But
God
I
no.
see, hey, I see y'all got my homie Glenn. He grew up right on the street from me. But let me get to these Falcons, man. Hey, I'm just like my man just before me, man. Hey, I'm 43, and it's been a long, 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 long time. I ain't gonna get to cursing. I'ma just say this, Ryan. I peep y'all all the time. I just don't chime in. But listen, Scoot always give the best analysis every single time. It's like he be speaking out of my brain. But what I will say is, if we don't never change our scheme, we ain't that we might. Hey, listen, I'm gonna tell you to be real. I would give up draft picks to get a good coach.
Yes, sir.
I'm
Yes, sir.
dead serious. Like
Yes, sir.
I don't know if any of y'all thought about that, but bro, that's what we need to really.
I, I, I
Cause we talk all this. Hey, we always talk about who we should get in free agency. Get this, get that. It don't make a difference who we get if we can't make the correct plays and put them in the right position.
Mm-hmm. And we've been sitting here, and here's the thing, and you peeped it or whatnot. Me and Scoop and everybody on this panel, man, we've been talking about bringing a coach for the longest. And we said, here's the problem. You have these guys that come in and interview, but because of the fact that Arthur Blank, I guess, doesn't agree with whatever philosophy that these guys have. And the sad part about it is they show out everywhere else because LaFleur has been taking Green Bay to the playoffs. You look at Shanahan, we let him go. Dan Quinn should have been the one that should have been let go that night of that Super Bowl. And
Yes,
Shanahan should have been promoted. I've been saying this for the longest.
man.
Not when
Listen,
he
Mike,
lose that
listen.
Mike,
playbook the night of. No, he should have. No. He lost that
Mike,
playbook the night of.
Miami,
Hey,
Miami, that
hey,
was you,
If
Ryan,
you
coach.
give up a 25-point lead in the Super Bowl, you got to go.
Ryan, I agree with getting the Green Bay. Either we get the Green Bay coach or we get old boy from the Kansas City OC, the former Kansas City OC, man.
He the OC in Washington. Give him a chance to be a head coach.
Man, hey, I think I'm gonna tell you what I think will really happen in Atlanta, and we seen it when our old DC was the fill-in coach, brother. The energy is different when we got a black coach.
That's what I was gonna say. Do it for the
The
culture.
energy is different.
And here's the question I got for
Hey,
you.
Ryan, then Terrence Mann say that?
Yep.
We all laughed about it because
All
we've been
right.
saying this since we was in the other group that we was in. And Nando actually commented on that a while ago because he actually said it in the chat section. Now here's my question. We've been around since how long? 1966, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Atlanta's supposed to
correct.
be the city that's too busy to hate, the city of change. Here's
Black.
the question. Yeah, you bring Terry Fontenot in here, but the problem is you hire his head coach and you don't give this man a chance to go shop for his groceries and bring in a coach of his choice. So, in other words, and I'm not gonna call him that because I respect Terry because he helped build his defense. But in other words, he's pretty much being a token brother for you. I want to say the other word, but I can't do it. But you using this man as a token or whatnot so people can stay off your ass. Period.
Hey,
Because we've
I'm gonna
been
say
saying
this,
that
and
we need a black coach.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna move out the way. It's not that he being a token; he got his hands tied, man.
There you
Arthur,
go.
That's
No,
Arthur,
it.
no, he's not being a token. They're trying to use him as a
oh
token.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
what I
yeah,
was
yeah,
saying.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Nah,
yeah.
he's not a token. I
Nah,
said
he
they're
ain't the
using him
token.
as a token.
Yeah.
Arthur Blank ain't gonna put too many of us in charge. Hey, but I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna get out the way, man. I appreciate what y'all doing, but I'm gonna tell y'all, bro. If I don't care how many draft picks we trade our players away and get, if we don't get no good coach, we can kiss the baby into eternity, man.
Mm.
Yeah.
Good to
Like I
see you,
say,
J Dog.
Appreciate that, Jeremy.
Appreciate you, fellas.
Woo, boy.
man,
Hey
Nando
man, that's that army passion right there. That's that army passion.
definitely
I'm sick.
is.
I'm sick, boy. I'm sick. We supposed to
Here's the
won
question.
42-28 today. That's my prediction today. 42-28 today. I am sick. This is over with. I'm so sick. I'm telling you.
Hmm.
Ain't no more Ben. They ain't getting no more of my money until you get that coach in there and you get you a quarterback.
And the thing is, like, cause you said this, and it was one of our guys who follows us, Prince Shaka or whatnot. Shout out to our guy Prince. Prince said the same thing. He said, "I'm not donating no more pennies, not a red cent to this Falcons team
Man,
if they don't make
they
sense."
can't. Ryan, I done missed cards. I'm telling you, on my little spread card, 1,500, 1,000. I've been missing this all year,
Oh man.
And
Man,
I
you been
all
told
losing money
year.
y'all,
on these jokers. Woo.
I
The
told y'all that's
Falcons,
when the man changed it.
the
We like
Falcons. That's
Arthur
all I can
Smith,
say. The
his
Falcons,
pocket.
Now,
That's all.
all
Nando,
year. Arthur
have you
Blank,
got?
I need you listening to StreamYard. I need you to hear this right now, please. Just hire a tenure coach. Start off from there, and second of all, hire a developmental plan in that war room when y'all draft that quarterback. Y'all make sure y'all have a developmental plan for this next
Mm-hmm.
quarterback because y'all just set Ritter up to fail.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Y'all set this man up to fail. He finna go somewhere else and go on.
And ball out. And if he do, I can't wait because I want to prove a point. It's not
And
him.
he gonna go somewhere and he ain't gonna ball out, but he gonna show you he's better than what we showed.
Mm-hmm.
Remember Brett, and remember what Brett Favre did for almost 20 years when Jerry Glanville let him go.
But that's the whole point I'm making. I was just finna say that. Go back to Brett Favre.
But remember this too. Brett didn't help himself out because some of them old Falcons talked about it. They said, now here's the thing. We knew Brett had talent, but the problem was he couldn't stay up at the club and he stayed drunk coming in the meets.
They can
And
stay up.
Jerry Glanville gave up on him.
Yeah.
They
And
called
that was
him
Green
before
Bay,
Buckhead Brett.
Green Bay
and
didn't
that was
care how
before
drunk he
Buckhead.
was. He was drunk in Green Bay. He
Yep.
was drunk in Green Bay.
But he
But
also
he,
had
he, he
but
won them a championship though, didn't he? He won
but,
that
but
ring
here's
though,
the
But
didn't
he,
question. What
but
did he
but
have,
but he
Nando?
didn't have no man
What
to
did
sit
he
in
have?
Green Bay though.
What did he have in Green Bay that he didn't have in Atlanta?
A
he? Yeah,
coach.
QB coach.
And the QB coach was the head coach who coached Joe Montana and also coached Steve Young and won
My,
Super Bowls as an offensive coordinator for that 49ers dynasty, Mike
my,
Bowman. And
my,
then he goes to and think about it, and then he goes to Seattle and he says, okay, I have success without Brett Favre. He had Matt Hasselbeck, who was a journeyman quarterback, and they go to a Super Bowl, even though they lost to the Steelers. But he did it with a franchise that was bad. So until we get like you said, until we get a coach that's going to be able to develop a quarterback or hold a quarterback accountable and get these guys right, it's pretty much a done deal right now.
Y'all need
accountability
you
is the
need
key
a
word with this franchise. They don't everybody they want to play the blame game. You gonna keep playing the blame game? We gonna keep kicking the can on down the road. Come on, man.
you need
Come
a
on, man.
teacher, not a coach.
Come on, man.
Yeah, man.
Well,
We have
And
hey,
I apologize for earlier. My bad for not being so
it's
professional.
cool. You didn't
And I,
know.
and I want to be like in the position in the face guard. I mean, where y'all going and what y'all got going on. I'm trying to get to where y'all going. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, my fandom, and my heart and my spirit, it gets to me.
You don't feel bad. Oh, look,
Get the
just put it
hoes.
this way. You said you've been doing this since 1981. My granddaddy, 82 years old. My granddaddy been following them since 1966. Been
My
riding
point
them.
is that
And he said straight up, the day that they lost that Super Bowl, he said they took my soul with them. And he said, I don't think he'll. And my granddaddy said, I'll probably be dead and gone by the time they ever win something.
my brother just said the same thing, bro. My brother and I lost the uncle to COVID 2020. Same thing. He
And
said
my
the same thing.
and
He's
sadly, my
he's a tech fan. My uncle was a tech fan. Same thing. Man, come on, man. It
I
ain't
feel
it
you
ain't it,
on that.
it ain't no more excuses. Y'all done ran out of excuses. That's all it is. Accountability. Can you
Mhm.
hold yourself accountable?
Most definitely. Well, we definitely thank you for coming through, bro, because we getting ready to wrap this thing up. We want you to come back, bro. We know we see you in the chat every week. We
Yep.
need you coming back and pass
Real,
some of this knowledge.
real Atlanta, real Atlanta.
Real
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 Atlanta,
Atlanta,
baby.
zone three,
nigga.
baby, zone
That
three
right.
fine. Oh,
Ain't
over
nothing,
there,
ain't nothing wrong with
Over
that,
there,
man.
Polar Rock, Lakewood Ave, where we used to jump the fence over there.
Oh,
When they had the birthday band, we were jumping the fence. That's what I'm talking about. This that real Atlanta. This that real tree.
Real.
Yes,
Ain't nobody
sir.
gonna play with y'all, man.
Yeah, ain't nobody playing with him now.
Hey, I definitely feel you on that, fam. You know what it is, man. Straight Atlanta love around here, baby. Zone 4 all day, every day around here, baby. Swats right here. So, anywho, I got love for Zone 3. I got people out there too. But we definitely appreciate you for coming through, Nando. Check us out next week. We definitely so what we're gonna be doing on the weeks of the rivalry game, because we want you to come through. And I'm gonna make sure I put this out for everybody. So on November the 26th, what we tried to do it last week, but it didn't work so well. What we're gonna do on rivalry games, we're gonna let the fans come in here on Thursday on the regular show. They shoot up with us on some of the topics that you got that we pretty much have for you guys. But we definitely are gonna be talking about what's going and how we can be 3-0 in this division. So we're gonna open it up to all the fans and everybody that's here. So please, please, please come through when we have that show that week. So we'll definitely be reminding you guys. So this has been the benediction. We want to thank Bree for coming through. Got my guy Lando, and we also got Scoop, got Glenn, aka Great Bid, the Army veteran. And then we also got, last but definitely will never be least in the cat, the cat named K Dub, who was throwing people out just 2 minutes ago with them signatures, baby. So hey, salute to you, my fellow veteran. Throw him up out of there. Hey, we gonna throw Arthur Smith's butt up out of there next, but come join us next week. You know how we get down, baby. The Birdcage. You either get right or you get left. We'll see you on Thursday. We got some hot interviews that's gonna be coming up. We're working on, so please stay tuned for that. Hey, we love you guys, and we thank you for checking us out. Hopefully, we can get this thing back on the road and at least be 500 going into the bye week. Hey, we up out of here, baby. The Birdcage. Let's go.